Let's now dig into the process of submitting the SME Fund application form. Once you're in the SME Fund webpage, in the left-hand menu, select SME Fund Account 2024. To access this account, you must own an EU IPO account. So if you already have one, you can use the same login credentials to access this SME Fund account. If you have been awarded the fund in previous editions, you don't need to create a new EU IPO account to reapply this year. Actually, you will not even need to provide the company documents again, as you have already provided them in previous editions and we have assessed and accepted them. However, if for first-time applicants without an existing EU IPO account, the initial step is to create your EU IPO account before you apply to the SME Fund. So if you don't own an EU IPO account, you will click here on Registered and you will be redirected to the main EU IPO user account webpage. But when you own an EU IPO account, click on Login and enter your credentials. Okay, so here in this user area exclusively dedicated to the SME Fund, you will be managing everything related to the fund, from the creation of the company profile to the submission of the application form, the management of your vouchers, and the submission of the reimbursement requests form. So let me drive your attention here, to this red box here. When you enter for the first time, as indicated in this Getting Started area, you will be requested to complete your user profile first, and then you will have to create the company profile of the SME that is going to be applying for the fund. So let's start by updating our own user details. So click on My User Profile and the Edit tab. You will be requested to fill in all these fields, ensuring the correct email address is entered for receiving notifications. So let me enter So my full name, my email address, I will enter a second email address just to be sure. So if you wish to receive updates via SMS, select this box here. If not, just leave it unselected. Then you will have to choose your primary language of communication, which will be used for notifications and documents related to your application. So let's choose English as first language. Then the second language determines the 5 languages in which the SME Fund team can contact you for further communication. Let's put Spanish. And here you will be requested to enter your phone number by selecting the country and enter the number without the international code. Let's put Spain and then you click on Save to save all the changes from your user profile. See, you see here the changes have been saved. Once you have completed this initial step, the next step is to create your company profile. So to do so, select My SMEs here on the menu Initially, this page will be empty when you create your first SME. So please proceed to click on Create New SME. So let's consider that the company applying for the SME Fund is based in Spain, and it is a small wine family business called the Butler Winery. The address is at Avenida de Europa number 4. The postal code is this, and they are based in Alicante City. The tax identification number, let's put this, and here again, this is access. This gives you access here to the examples that we talked about earlier for the most frequently used tax certificate listed by country, and all of them valid documents accepted by the SME Fund. Then here you will need to upload your document. So I will be uploading my Butler Winery tax certificate. Now, under the Who Are You section, you need to specify whether you are applying as the company itself, or if the person submitting the SME Fund application is an external representative filling the application on behalf of their client. So I will just click here to show you. If you are submitting an application on behalf of your client, ensure that you specify the IP firm, the law firm, or consultancy firm you work with. Provide also the contact details of your client and upload the declaration on honor, duly completed, dated, and signed by both parties. The information entered in this section for the external representative is essential for the EU IPO to validate the declaration on honor, so be sure you include your client's details accordingly. So for the purpose of today's demonstration, I will be submitting this application for my own company, the Butler Winery, without any external representative. The next step is to identify the type of SME. So use the table below to select the category that best describes your company based on the provided criteria. Also, select the primary focus of the company. For instance, let's assume that this winery is concentrated on internationalization and exporting, and the sector is food and service activities. Following that, you will need to provide information on how you learned about the SME Fund. So for our scenario today, let's just indicate that you first heard about our initiative through the EU IPO and through our webinar today. Then, the last step to complete the company profile is to indicate the bank account details from the applicant SME, so that EU IPO can perform the reimbursement of the fees claimed. Note that these bank details must always belong to the applicant company itself and cannot be those of the external representative submitting this application acting on behalf of their clients. So reimbursements will always be performed to the SME bank account, as they are the recipients of the grant. So let's include here our bank details. The big and our IBAN number. So let's also upload our bank certificate here. Also, I would like to drive your attention to this orange bubble here. This is a chat tool that is available for you applicants to the SME Fund in case you have any doubts on how to fill in this application. By using this Contact Us bubble, you will have the possibility to chat with one of our info center agents who can guide you step by step through the application process in case you need it. We will click on Save. And as you can see here, the SME Butler Winery has been created. So the next step in the application process is to choose the type of voucher that aligns with your company's strategy and interests. So for this, we will navigate to the menu option here titled SME Fund Application and New Application Request. From this page, you will have to select the company that we have just created and click on Next. Here you will be presented with the complete profile of your company, allowing you to review all the application entered and to see if it is correct and accurate. If you need to correct any data at this point, you have to go back to your company profile in My SME section menu and edit the information. So if everything is correct, then we click on Next. And here we arrive to the next step, which is the voucher selection. So please make sure you choose only the vouchers that you actually intend to use. Selecting more vouchers will not grant you more funds, as each voucher can only be used for getting the reimbursement for the eligible fees covered under that particular voucher. So please take the time to read this voucher selection page. If you are uncertain about the type of voucher to choose, you can refer to the explanations provided here in what are trademarks and designs, what is a patent, or what is a community plan variety before you make your selection. In my case today, I will be selecting a voucher for trademarks and designs, as for the time being, I'm only interested for registering my trademark. I will click on Next. And, okay. So this is a warning, actually, to make sure that you have selected only the vouchers that you actually need, and to remind you of the complete process of the SME Fund. So here also this will take you to the 4 steps to understand the process. So by clicking on Next, we will end up in this Terms and Conditions page, and you will have to click on I agree with this statement, and also click on the Preview button. So this is the last step, before the application. So you will be able to review your entire application before the final submission. So review all the details, make sure that they are all accurate, that everything is correct, that you have selected the vouchers that you actually need, and then click on the yellow button here, Apply. The submission of the SME Fund application is only considered complete when you reach this confirmation screen. Additionally, you will be automatically notified with an email confirming your application and assigning you an application number. From this point onward, you must wait the notification from the EU IPO regarding the outcome of your SME Fund grant application. And with this, we conclude the full application process to the SME Fund grant.